Welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. This is my YouTube channel, Just Count Me in Yoga, and my name is Sari Stone. I'm a holistic life coach, a tutor, and a yoga teacher. My students have been asking me for quite some time to post my classes, and so here's the first batch. These actually were pre-recorded during the COVID times. I recorded them for my job, but I will be recording starting in January 2 live classes a month, possibly more. And if you like these, please like, subscribe, share. Follow me on Instagram at SariStone2025 and come check out my podcast, Just Count Me In, about living your best life. And that also starts January 29th, 2025. I hope you enjoy your practice. Let's get into it. Namaste. For this, you're going to need a mat. I prefer to have a block. I like to have a wall handy behind me in case I want to work on some extra balancing or inversions during my practice. And as always, water. So let's get going. So let's start standing. Okay? Taking your hands to heart center, finding the four corners of your feet, grounding down through that space. Taking a moment, coming up onto your toes, and then lowering down onto your heels and trying to pick up your toes just a little bit. You won't really be able to do it, but you're just going to lengthen through the hamstrings. Then sweep the arms out on the inhale and exhale to a big back bend. Straighten your arms on your inhale and press your palms. Gratitude to your body, gratitude for your practice. I give gratitude to you for showing up today. Thank you so much. Inhale, come up to a halfway lift. And then exhale, come to tabletop position. So tabletop. Take a moment just to move around energetically in this pose. A little here, a little there. Little side to side sway. And let's get right into it. Sweep your right arm up on the inhale and cross it underneath you on the exhale. Now watch my shoulder. I'm going to come onto my shoulder. I'm going to lift up and roll over onto my back a little bit more. You can stay here. You can put your arm out in front of you. You can engage your core and lift that left leg up. Take a breath here and a big breath out. So a shoulder stretch or core engagement, your choice. Breath. And exhale, plant your left hand down, sweep your right arm up, and bring it back to tabletop. Cat is your inhale, cow is your exhale. Now sweep your left arm up on the inhale, cross it underneath you on the exhale. Slide your right arm out, little butt. Pick up your shoulder and roll onto the back of your shoulder. Pick up your right leg. You can stay here. If you want a little bit more of a stretch, you can also extend that leg out and grab your toe. So big breath in, long exhale out. Get into your spaces. Come back to center, plant your right hand down, left arm comes up, and back to tabletop position. So inhale the cat, exhale cow. 2 more times like that. Push the ground away, drop your head, and exhale, lengthening through the tailbone, broadening across the collarbones. 1 more. And exhale. Walk your hands forward, walk your feet backward, and push up and back to downward facing dog here. So take a moment here and feel your body out. Maybe bend one knee, then the other. I've been trying this one a little bit more lately, separating my feet a little farther apart than normal and coming onto the toes, dropping my heels to the right and pushing back into that hip. You should feel a little bit of an opening in the hamstrings here. Big breath, rolling the shoulders out of the ears. Biceps away from each other. And then come onto your toes on the inhale. Drop your heels to the left on the exhale. You're going to feel this on one side more than the other. You should be feeling this in your calf. Push back. Feeling the spaces you're creating. Come onto your toes on the inhale. And then hover the knees on the exhale. Inhale, straighten the legs. Exhale, bend the knees, hover the shins. Shoot yourself forward to plank. And then bend your elbows, pass through the chaturanga, all the way down to your stomach. 3 cobra poses. So inhale, curl up and back, low cobra. Exhale, lengthen. Inhale, curl up and back, higher cobra. Note I'm pushing my foot down so much that my knees are coming up. My feet are both pressing down. Come up a little bit higher, lengthening, and then exhale, lower back down. This feels so good if you're in the middle of the workday, beginning of the workday, after you slept, end of the workday, push up. Prepping for a back bend here. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come on up to plank pose, and then exhale, downward facing dog. Come to your toes on an inhale again. This time you're gonna zip up your legs, jump to that space between your hands. Get a rise out of your chest, come up to a halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, round the back. Bend your knees, reverse swan dive, bring yourself all the way up on an inhale. And then exhale the air, twist it open to the right. Now watch, that left hip wants to creep forward. Push it back. Breath in, sweep your hands up and twist it open to the left. This is going to be kind of a common theme as we go through our Sun A and Sun B today. Sweep your arms up on the inhale. Press your palms forward. Fold is your exhale. Inhale, come up to a halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Ragdoll. Separate your feet hip width apart. Hands are interlaced inside your elbows. Find a little sway. We're going to come to some sunflower circles. So if you have a sensitive back like I do, I bend my knees, I roll all the way to the right, and then I lift with that left elbow when I come up. And then exhale, bend my knees again, engage your abs, lower yourself down. 2 more like that. On the inhale, catch the inhale and ride it. And then exhale, lengthen. Right now at this point, I'm feeling a lot through the side body, through the hip, all the way up through my elbow. Let your head go. And then other side. So a little side to side, like you're getting warmed up, like a ride at a boardwalk or an amusement park. Bend your knees and sweep your right arm up. And then bend the knees, exhale, lower down. Again, that stretch. That stretch is what we're after. Countering that desk work, screen time, driving, sitting. One more time. Sweeping up with the right elbow. Stretch and lengthening out, coming all the way down. Inhale, come up, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Jump or step back to plank pose here. Plank pose. So planks, you're going to stay here for a count of 5. For this time, you're going to engage your core and do your cat-cows. So hands are under the shoulders, fingertips are pointed straight ahead. Inhale, round, and exhale, lengthen. A breath in, round, and lengthen. 3 more like that. Round, and lengthen. 2 more. Round, taking out that tension from your shoulder blades. Feels so good. Lengthen. Sometimes you have to create tension to decrease it in your body. 1 more. Bend your elbows, lower down. Come all the way up, high cobra. Look around like a snake to the left, to the right, dipping the hip. There you go. Curl the toes under. Push it up to plank. Lead with the tailbone. Downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Come onto the toes on the inhale. Zip up the legs and jump to the space between your hands on the exhale. Inhale brings you up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees. Reverse swan dive is your inhale. Exhale, twist it open to the right. 1 more time. Bring your hands back up on the inhale. Again, twist it open to the left. Sweep the arms up. Press your hands together at your heart center. Take a moment here. Take the inhale here. Come onto the toes. Press the palms up. Engaging a little balance. Coming up high on your toes. Now, if you have issues like plantar fasciitis, you'll do this on your feet. You'll get that length this way, taking the shoulders out of the ears. Candlestick pose. Now twist to the right. That left hip back. It's as if someone is pressing on my palms. And I'm engaging, taking the shoulders out of my ears. Wobbling is good. You're working your stabilizer muscles with your ankles. Hands up on the inhale, nice and strong. Exhale, twist to the left. As if someone is pressing my palms, I'm bringing that right hip back. Again, higher on the toes. Should be a whole lot of wobbling going on. Breath in. And breath out. Forward fold is your exhale. Nice work, I hope. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale to a forward fold. Jump or step back to plank pose. Lower down, pass through chaturanga. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now sweep your right leg up. Take a moment here. Bend the knees, stack the hip. Take your left hand and bring it a little bit closer to your left foot. We did this last week. You can engage or straighten that leg. Hip circles, knee circles. Straighten the leg and close the hips on the inhale. Knee to nose is your exhale. You can even give your knee a little kiss if you want. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to right tricep. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to left tricep. Use that energy. Straighten the leg on the inhale. Knee to nose. Step it all the way through. Step up to your hand. High lunge is your inhale. Crescent lunge. So separate your feet as much as you need to. Hands on the hips, keep them nice and level. Bend that back knee as much as you need to take the tension out of your back. Sweep your arms up on the inhale. Twist it again to the right. Bring it up on your inhale. And then reach your hands. Stay here. Diagonal lunge. Long line of energy here. This is Durgasari Namaskar. It's one of the most effective ways to get your energy moving and get stress flowing through your body so you're not sticking it anywhere. Now you're going to put two hands down. Left hand is going to go down. Right arm is going to come up. This is just good old twisted lunge. Breath here like you're going to bowl, sort of. And breath out. Not quite. Don't get me started on bowling. Drop your left foot down. Getting ready to come up for warrior two. Sweep the right arm and bring that left arm up. You're going to open it up to warrior two. Warrior two is take an inhale, squeeze your thighs. Exhale, deepen in. Inhale, stay committed to the lunge and reverse your warrior. You can bring that left hand around and pull that right leg open a little bit. Reach in. Exhale, cartwheel your arms down. Sweep that right leg back to plank. Pass through chaturanga to upward facing dog. Pull through. Downward facing dog is your exhale. Sweep that left leg up. Bend the knees, stack the hip. Take a moment here to open it up. If you want a deeper opening, bring your hand closer to the leg. Bring that right hand closer and look under the left arm. Maybe straighten and release. Maybe circle the hip, maybe circle the knee. Straighten the leg on the inhale. Knee to nose. Give it a kiss if you want. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to left tricep. Engage your core. Inhale, extend. Knee to right tricep. Inhale, extend. Knee to nose. Step it through. Left leg lunge. I'm stepping to my hand. Now I'm grounding down through that left heel and my right toes. Then that's where the weight is when I come up. Sweep your arms up on the inhale. Bend that back knee as needed. Pick up your right hip. Twist it open to the left. Inhale, reach your arms up. And then exhale, long, strong diagonal lunge. Strong diagonal lunge here, picking up. Lengthening, ears are near the biceps, pinkies are slightly towards each other. Breath in. Right arm down, left arm keeps going, twisted lunge. Drop your right heel, lead with your right arm, and come up warrior two. Just kind of a fancy way to get into warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Makes you think a little bit. Exhale, come on down. Pass back through plank, chaturanga. Skip any of these that you wish and do cobra and sphinx. And then upward facing dog and downward facing dog. Come onto the toes on the inhale. Step your right leg through on the exhale. Now inhale, come all the way up, high crescent. One more time, breath to movement. Reach your hands on the exhale. Inhale, sweep the right arm up. Exhale, drop the left heel down. Inhale, bring your left arm up. Exhale, land in warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, cartwheel your arms down. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left leg up on the inhale. Step it through, exhale. Inhale, come up, high crescent. Exhale, keep going. Reach your hands, right arm down, left arm up. Drop the right heel. Inhale, open it up to warrior two. Exhale, land. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, cartwheel your arms down. Breath to movement, plank pose. Inhale, exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Come to your toes on the inhale. Jump to the space between your hands on the exhale. Reach your arms out, keeping your heels down. And we're going to do a little warm-up before we go into Utkatasana. Exhale the air, lower down, keeping the heels planted. Inhale, back up. So we want the knees to be closer together, or the toes to be closer together than the heels here. And then lower down. This is anatomy. This is just the length of your Achilles, and it's also warming up your knees. Go as low as you can. Pump it up and lower it down. Bring it back up. Your quads should be talking to you. Exhale, like what's going on? What did I do? What didn't I do? Come up. Exhale the air. Sweep your arms behind you. Pick your heels up. Sitting bird. You should feel a nice warm sensation in those quads. Breath. And then breath out. Drop back to Utkatasana as you inhale. Pick up your right leg and cross it over. Figure four as you exhale. Go ahead and press hands together. Now for here, you can come to the complete toe stand if you want. Your block might come in handy for this. Or you can come to regular figure four depending on your day. For the toe stand, you're on your toes. That's it, just coming as close as you can. Your hands might be at your heart center. Mine are not there right now, but yours can be. Breath and breath out. Coming into it very, very slowly. Come back up. Oops. Bring that right leg up and step it down. Sweep the arms up on the inhale. Exhale, side bend over to the right. So now the weight is on the left leg again. You're going to pick up your right leg as much as you can to engage those obliques. You should be feeling them. Pull your left wrist on the inhale. And then exhale, cross the right leg behind you, bowler lunge, and pull your right wrist. One more time, up on the inhale, out with the leg, pull the wrist, lengthen, round down, and then switch. Breath, breath out. Inhale your air, press your hands together above your head. Exhale, cactus the arms, offer. Roll your shoulders back 3 times like a backstroke. Once, twice, 3 times. Press your hands up on the inhale, Other side. Pick that left leg up. Grab your right wrist. Lift it up as much as you can. Yours might go a lot higher than mine. It might barely leave the ground. Just engage. Be present. Try to just stay in your body for the rest of this class. It's a challenge, I know. Cross the leg behind you and grab your left wrist with your right hand. Our minds are busy. Breath. Breath out. Yoga gives us a little vacation from that. Pick up the leg and out to the side. Grabbing the right wrist with the left hand. Big stretch and balance. 1. Breath out. Cross it behind. Pull the wrist and come over. Inhale. You might go deeper. You might go a little bit less deep. It's up to you. Breath in, make it work for your body. This is your practice. Breath out, hands together. Back bend. Straighten your arms on an inhale, and then figure 4 is your exhale. Pick up your left leg this time. And you can get a little creative. You can do my favorite, pressing the hand into the foot and the other hand into a block. You can go all the way down to the toe stand version that we did on the other side. This is totally your call. So take a breath in, breath out. Inhale, come back up, and exhale, swan dive it down. Step your left leg back, left leg back. Drop that left heel in, okay? Drop your right hips in. Inhale, come all the way up, warrior 1. So warrior 1 is your inhale. Twist it open is your exhale. That back foot, the toes are pointed out to about 10 o'clock. These toes are 12 o'clock. Inhale the air, sweep your arm up. Eagle arm, left arm underneath because your right leg is forward. Press your hands up. Stretch across the shoulder blades there, and then bring it forward. Press the fingers together, lengthen, 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 lengthen. And come all the way down, humble. Okay? Now, you can come down onto your block if you want. You might be able to get your elbows onto the ground. I like to put my thumbs up, I don't know if you can see that, and make a little place for my forehead so I can just stay here. I'm not losing the grounding of that left leg. This back leg is grounded. Breath in and breath out. 1 more. And exhale. Now from here, you can unravel your arms and come up on the inhale. Straighten that front leg. Press your palms together behind you on the exhale, pyramid pose. So come all the way down, flat back. And you have a choice of staying in pyramid or coming to the IT stretch. You know what your body needs right now. You might just want to try the IT stretch and see whether it's good news for you. So you can take your right foot and point it to the right, upper right corner of your mat. Left toe, you're on the pinky toe side of that foot. Left foot steps in. You're on the outside edge of that left foot with those toes also pointed. So your feet are in essence parallel. And then walk your hands, straighten that right leg as much as possible. Walk your hands over to the right. There you go. Breath. You should be feeling something in your IT band. Breath out. And I'd rather stretch it and take care of it than be dealing with an IT injury, which are all too common. So come back to center when you're ready, or pyramid. Reposition your feet. Hands at heart center. You come all the way up. Sweep the arms up. Interlace your hands behind your back and arch up on the inhale. Eagle pose is your exhale. Bring your left leg over and cross. You can make a steeple, or you can a kickstand, or if you choose to, you can do a wrap. Okay, it's not about the wrap, it's about the alignment. Shoulders, hips, square. Left arm under, right, and press up. This is a huge immune booster. Can't get enough of that. That's a good thing, right? Breath in, reach up toward the ceiling. And then breath out, deepen in. You get your depth from bending the standing leg. I am squeezing my thighs, squeezing my hands. I heard somebody say once I could catch a cell phone with these thighs. I want to be able to say that. I want to be able to say my inner thighs are so strong I could catch a cell phone with those, even a thin one without a case. So breath out lower. Now release. Release your hands, release your legs. Count to 3, Shakti clap. 1, 2, 3. Let that go. Exhale, forward fold. Bring it on. Come on, halfway. Exhale to plank pose. Now stay here. We're going to come to some hip dips. Come to forearm plank. You're going to engage your obliques a little bit here. Dip to the right, center, left, center, right, center, turning the core on, left, center. Keep going. You should feel some heat building. Adds a little variation to forearm plank, which tones all the muscles in your body. If there's only one thing you do for your core, it could be this. And last one. Okay, drop to your stomach, Sphinx pose. Look straight ahead, look to the right. Shoulders are directly above elbows, hands are parallel, pointers are 11s towards the front. Breath in, nod your head, back to center, and then other side. Nod. Go ahead, bend up both knees behind you. Straighten your arms underneath you. Straighten up on the inhale, Balasana. Exhale, push back, child's pose. Breath in, push to downward facing dog. And then exhale the air, separate the feet. Step your left leg through, left leg lunge. Drop your right heel in. You're coming up warrior one on this side. Bring your hands up on the inhale. And then same thing that we did on the other side. Right arm is going to come underneath. So eagle arms, press up. There you go, feel that stretch. Bring that left hip forward, left hip backwards and right hip forwards. Breath. And breath out. Come forward, bow forward. Here you go, bow into yourself. You can use the block if you want, or you can come to the floor, up to you. One side will be different than the other, but stay grounded in that right foot. So you're in here for 3, and 2, and 1. Let your head go. Come up nice and slowly. Sweep your arms up on the inhale, and then step your back foot in slightly. Pyramid pose. Press your hands behind your back, square your hips, and then bow forward. Bow forward to pyramid pose. So the same thing that we did on the other side, but the other IT band. You're gonna, if you want to stay in pyramid, please stay in pyramid and enjoy it. I love pyramid. Or roll onto the outside edge of your left foot, outside edge of your right foot, point both toes towards the upper left corner of your mat. Straighten that right leg and walk over to your left. And breath in and an exhale, drop your head. One more. Exhale the air. Derotate and come back to center. Hands on the hips this time. Let's bring your hands on the hips and come up. And sweep your arms up on the inhale. Exhale, weight is in the left leg. Your right leg is going to come up and over. Eagle pose. Right arm under. Press up. Almost there. You're almost halfway through. Yeah. Press. And breath out. Lower down. You're going to get your depth from bending that knee. Coming as deep as you can. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Stimulating your lymph system. And then maybe fingers come to the ground, maybe they don't. Totally up to you. Sweep your arms up very, very slowly on the inhale, pressing the palms. and release your hands. Come all the way up. Release your hands, release your legs. Press your arms together on the inhale. Samasthiti is your exhale. Press your hands together, bend your elbows, let the thumbs come to the nape of the neck, and just press it open. Lengthening through your crown, lengthening through your neck, widening across the collarbones. You're in for 3, 2, 1. Place your hands together in front of your heart center. Okay, you finished the first part. Let's take your hands at your heart center, sweep your arms up on the inhale, and then exhale the air, forward fold. Swan dive, actually. Swan dive here. Now interlace your hands up skyward first, and then towards the front. Take all your weight in your right leg, bend your left knee, and noses towards the right knee. Come up halfway. Switch your grip. Knuckles are skyward. This is for your pectoral muscles. And exhale to the left for your right heel. Come up halfway, lift. And exhale, forward fold all the way down. Up to a halfway lift. You go on your left leg back. Here in right leg lunge. Twist it open. Twisted lunge is your inhale. Close it up for the exhale. Sweep your right leg up high. Knee to nose and cross it underneath you for twisted triangle. So you're on the outside edge of your right foot and your left foot is flat. Pick your right arm up. Big oblique stretch and over. Go ahead and plant the hand down. Sweep the right arm up. Right leg up, and step it through, right leg lunge. Okay, so from here, we're gonna come to runner's lunge. Now you have options. Lately, one that I've really been enjoying is dropping my left hip down all the way, and I'm on even the top of that left foot. I base up in my left hand, and I'm pushing, walking my right leg in front of me a little bit off the mat, pushing my right hand into my right hip and just getting that big stretch. So I'm in for 3. Wonderful stretch for the hip flexor and the psoas, which we're going to need to be open for where we're going. Breath in, and then breath out. I could just stay here, but I won't. Bend your knee. That would be like not a good ending to the class. Bend your left leg behind you and grab that foot for the quad stretch. Now, if you want a little more, I'm going to spin around. Not sure if this is going to happen for me today, but I'm going to cue it. Go. If you feel like this is a good stopping place for you, then please stop and get your quad stretch here. Okay? If you feel like you want a little bit more, you're ready to go a little on the wild side tonight, you can take your left elbow down, release the foot, bring your right arm under, walk your right shoulder underneath your right leg a little bit. This is another stopping point, okay? For some of you who want to go all the way here, you can grab that foot, and once you've got the foot, you're going to base up, engage your core, and extend your leg out. And this pose is called absurdal. And my teacher made it up. Breath in, woo, breath out. Now sit back. You might say, I will never do that again, and I don't blame you, that's okay. I think it's a fun pose. Sit back on the knee or tree the leg. Sweep your arms up to the right, so here's that twist again. Walk your left hand to the outside of your right foot and just lengthen your twist and bow into it, bow forward. Lengthening through the spine. Getting a great hamstring stretch. Breath and breath out. Come back to center. Crawl over your right leg. Come to right leg lunge. Crawl over your left shoulder across the area. I'm going to switch it so that I'm here and then I'm here. And a little skandasana to the left. Turn your toes out, right toes up. Skandasana to the right, turn your right toes out, left toes up, sitting back. Go as lower or as high as you want. And then eventually, You're going to spin over the left shoulder, and we're going to come to runner's lunge on this side. Okay? So you can get the visual. You're going to slowly drop down to the knee, face up in the right hand, flatten that right foot. Okay? Now I'm going to walk my left foot off the mat, and then kind of just rest my elbow on my left knee and drop my right hip. Should not be stressful or straining at all. One side is going to feel different than the other. Honor that. Breath here, breath out. Bring it up on the inhale, and then we can try it on this side for the exhale. Okay? So quad opener. You can take your left knee, bend up your right leg. Maybe you grab that foot, maybe not. Okay? And this might be it for you. And that is okay. Quads are tight, especially the more you use them. It seems like we don't adequately loosen them when we're done. So biking, hiking, going upstairs, all of it. Okay? If you want more, you're going to drop down to your right elbow. And then take a moment here. This is still okay. Take your left arm under that left leg and grab the foot. If you still feel like you want to try, you can base up in your right hand and extend that right leg out. And there's those circles. Takes a lot of core. Breath out. Go ahead and sit back on that foot when you're done. Lengthen out on the inhale and take a twist. And then grab, reach. That right hand is around the outside of your left foot. You're going to lengthen through your spine. Feel it in your hamstring. Bow over yourself. Giving yourself a little grace here. One breath. And then exhale the air. Come back to center. Crawl over that left leg. You're back in left leg lunge. Push it back to downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Pedal your legs. Feel the difference in where you are now as to where you started. Okay? Sweep your right leg up on the inhale. Knee to nose is your exhale. Inhale, come up to crescent lunge. And exhale, circle your arms. Sweep the arms up on the inhale. Circle it again. Last one. And exhale. Go ahead, reach your hands in front of you this time and dive down to crescent moon, half moon. So reach, float that leg. Any variation that you want. Any variation that you want for this. You can grab the foot and open it up to Pasana. Last week we worked on grabbing the foot with two hands. You can just extend the leg out here, use the wall, cartwheel pose. If you've been practicing with me, you've got a lot of variations. If not, that's okay, we'll catch you up. Bring your hands up and then bounce into warrior two. Inhale up to star. Exhale, horse pose. Little side to side. Hands on the inside of the knees. Press the knees apart. Bend the right elbow, look right. Press the knees apart. Bend the left elbow, look left. And straighten. And press. One more. And press. Hands at heart center, rise up to star. You're bouncing out. Exhale to warrior two, left leg. Inhale, cartwheel your arms down. And adjust yourself to left leg lunge. Come up high crescent on this side. And then circle the arms in front. And then sweep. Bring them up and around. And sweep up. Your fingertips can touch the mat if you want. and back. And up. Bring into it as much or as little energy as you want. And back. And then up. And open it up to crescent moon, to half moon. Just define gravity with that right leg like you've got a helium balloon. You can shift your gaze, use a block under that hand if you want. Breath. And breath out. Bend your leg, land in warrior two. Inhale, come up to center. Flow it to warrior two to face the other side, right leg forward. Sweep your arms up, come to crescent lunge here. Now hands either at heart center or pressing on your leg, come to warrior three. And stay here. Now you can modify by extending your arms, or modify by keeping your hands pressing into your thigh or extending your arms out. So breath here or hands at heart center. Breath out. Bend your right knee, land back in right leg lunge. Open it up to star pose. Warrior two to face the back. Almost done with the standing part. Sweep the arm up, come up to high crescent. Exhale, one more, warrior three on this side. Modification, hands at thigh. Another modification, hands at the heart center, reaching through that back heel. No modification, like I'm gonna grab the plant, reach. Breath in, and breath out. Bend the left knee, land in warrior two. Star pose. Prasyurya. Feet are parallel to each other. Arms are out wide. Fold forward. Fold over yourself. From here, you can take a very, very wide stance, like a downward facing dog. Here of late, I've been enjoying getting the extra hip stretch. So I take my left hand to the top of my right ankle, and I bend the elbow and look under. I pick up my left hip. Then I bend my left knee. And I pull. Catch the shoulders and the hips at the same time. If I remember to let my head go, my neck is also relaxed too. This one is awesome. Come back to center. And then right hand, left ankle. Bend the right knee and twist. Brace yourself. That's it. If you've got any tension left after this class, I will be surprised. Not in a negative way. Tension is a good thing and it keeps us going, but if you have tight muscles, I'll say, after this class, they should be toned but relaxed and lengthened. That's the goal. Come up halfway and then walk your hands back to center. Now, this is a time where we've been working on inversions, and if you want to pause this and take a quick inversion, you can do that. I am not going to. I'm going to go ahead and bend my knees and come up and get ready for tree pose. Okay? Pressing your hands to your heart center, stepping your feet together. Here of late, I've been practicing tree on a block. I really enjoy it because it makes my stabilizer muscles work a little bit harder. Okay? And I don't think that harder is always better. I think that stronger and more stable is always better though. So I've got my right foot on the block, and I'm coming to tree pose. It could be any tree that you want. The only thing you can't do is press your knee open with your foot. So this pose grounds us down, reminds us the place that we're all connected. We pull on our roots. Our roots go right down to the center of the earth. Release, come to center. Shake out your legs, and then left leg. Come up. Press your hands to your heart center. Oh goodness. There you go. It's a lot harder on a block. But yoga really causes us to be in a vulnerable position. That's why so many people don't like it. It's hard for adults to be vulnerable because we're supposed to be able to handle anything. Breath. Breath out. Ground yourself. Be that stable force. Feel the stability. The part that doesn't shake. Breath. Breath out. The part that's thinking your thoughts. Go ahead and kick that block out. Well, don't abuse the block. Kick the block out of the way. Sweep your arms up on the inhale. Swan dive down. Amen. On the exhale. Inhale, come up halfway. And then exhale, come to your back. So we're gonna, actually, let's have a seat first. Let's do seated figure 4. Okay, you're gonna cross your right ankle over to the left leg. Pick up the hips, come a little bit closer. And we'll do that piriformis release where we rock over to the right side time. Feeling that ropey type of muscle. It's from the top of the sacrum, runs across the glute. If it's angry at you, you'll have sciatic pain. Just roll and find it. Go. And come to center. Cross that left ankle over. I like to grab my right shin. My left arm is out and I roll all the way as far as I can get onto that left side until I feel like an ouch kind of feeling. Feels like a spot that you need to roll on. There you go. Just calming the body down. And this world needs calm. Not to say that we don't need to have active thought. The decisions that we make from a calm center are always the best decisions. If we can just pull in, ground down, and be proactive, not so reactive to things. Now, soles of the feet together, lengthen the spine. Press the outside edges of your feet together and bow forward. Okay. Now from here, I'm going to cue bridge. You can come to a supported bridge or a regular bridge if you want. Interlacing the hands underneath you, making sure that those heels are near the middle finger first, looking up and only up in this pose. Set your body. This is for your shoulders. That's it. Staying here. Lifting the hips. If I had a block between my knees, I'd be squeezing that. Chest is moving towards my chin. And I'm in for 3, 2, 1. Now I'm going to tuck and curl. Bring both knees into my chest. Rock around my sacrum. North, south, east, west. North, south, east, west. Now this next pose might not be for everyone. You might choose to do another bridge. Okay? This is a modification of wheel. So your toes are in. I'm up on my toes. And I've got my hands as though they're in bridge. I'm going to keep going and watch my knees. So my knees are down. I'm going to get that stretch, and maybe I'm going to interlace my hands and do a steeple grip and get a big, huge stretch through the front of my body. If this causes any pain whatsoever, please don't do this. Stay in bridge pose. Use your block for supported bridge. Very, very slowly, I'm going to come out of this pose gently. I'm going to brace up in my feet to keep nice and safe. And then bring my knees into my chest. And lock around my sacrum. And cross my ankles and press my hands to the outside of my knees to ground my whole sacrum. My whole sacrum is flat. You want to feel nice and safe and supported. Big long breaths. And breaths out. Bring your knees into your chest. And then extend your left leg out. Bring your right knee into your chest. Try to bring it to the outside edge of your ribs. And cross it over. Guide it over across your body. You can rest onto a block if you want. Teeing the arms open. Maybe reaching your arms above your head. Grounding yourself down. And then twist a little deeper. Coming back to center on the inhale. Crossing the ankles again, pressing your hands to the top of the knees, nice flat sacrum. Feeling the safety of this pose. Feeling the security and the support that this pose gives us. Breath. Breath out. Now extend your right leg long. Squeeze that left knee. Bring it to the outside of your left rib cage. This pose is good for stimulating the ascending and descending colon, just keeping things moving, keeping your digestion strong. Now guide that knee gently across, pick up your hips to stack your hips. Maybe you rested on the block, maybe not, maybe on the fist. Maybe your left arm comes out, and feel this beautiful rinsing, this cleansing that goes on internally, where you squeeze and wring those internal organs out. And then when you release, all that blood, all that circulation goes back into them. Find the peace in this pose. One more. And then exhale. Bring both knees into your chest. Hands on top of the knees, keeping the sacrum sealed. Now, happy baby or dead bugs pose. If I can keep my sacrum sealed, I've got happy baby. If it pops up, that is not happy baby. It won't be a happy spine later on. So just see where you can keep your seal, or extend the legs out. Rock a little side to side if you want. Get that big opening. And then bring both knees into your chest. Soles of the feet together. Come to Supta Baddha Konasana. So one hand on the heart and one hand on the belly. And you can experiment with getting a deeper release and more of an opening by squeezing your right glute. And then releasing it, and then your left glute, and releasing, and squeeze both. Press the outside edges of your feet together, and then press your legs down and away from your body with your hands. Take a moment to settle. Out. Now bring both knees into your chest again. Press your hands on the mat. Either stay here, come to Viparita, legs up the wall, or push up into plow pose. Tucking, reaching through the feet. This is another immune builder because it stimulates your thyroid. You've got 2 breaths, and breath out. Either stay here or come to deaf man's pose, or lower yourself down nice and slowly. If there's any other pose that you need to cap off your practice, please do it. If not, come to your Shavasana, take up your space, and just ground yourself into this pose. Just sink in. Focus on the space behind your eyes. Let that focus drift to the space behind your nose. Swallow to release your jaw. Let the relaxation just wash through your chest, your stomach, your knees, elbows. Like you're just allowing light out through your feet. Stay here and find this peace. Let your body feel heavy. And let your heart feel light. So there's a quote that I would like to share with you, not a direct quote, that my teacher shared. Your job is not to create peace in the world, but nor are you to desist to act. Your job is not to create peace in the world, but not to desist to act. All you can do, all we can do, is look for opportunities to inject this feeling into our interactions with others and into the moments of our days. And our days make up our weeks, make up our months, and it's our lives. So please take this feeling with you off the mat. If you have time and you have a little bit more time to stay in Shavasana, please stay. I'm going to leave you in this pose today, wishing you a very wonderful, blessed, peaceful week. Namaste.